about to get the mic.
So guys, over the years, you know that I'm pretty much an Apex vet, and I wanted to kind of talk about my favorite gun combos, because I feel like a lot of you guys probably don't know, and if you do know, it's not hard to tell in the videos, okay? But needless to say, I'm sure there'll be a duo that probably surprises you, and you think, oh, why would I use that? I never would have thought you would have used this. But yeah, needless to say, there's some combos in there that I've just enjoyed over the years using, or I've grown to love actually. So, and that's become my favorite. But let's talk about the Vault and the Peacekeeper. Now, the Peacekeeper has been nerfed, unfortunately, but it's still a good shotgun to me. I still pick it up and use it. I still like how responsive it is, even though it's been nerfed. And then, of course, the Vault is pretty much my second favorite mid gun, because I'll say assault rifle gun, SMG, like it is so good. It is so good. Both of these guns are really good. If you haven't tried this combo yet, guys, please be advised, it's a good one. The Vault is steady, and so is the Peacekeeper as well. I feel like despite the nerfs, it's still pretty much a steady gun. Then next we're gonna get into the L-Star and the R99. Yeah, this is a weird combo, I know, but the thing is that with the L-Star, like if you get the 2x4 HCOG, you're good to go, right? The R99, you know, this gun eats. I don't think the R99 gets patched or nerfed like it. Well, it does sometimes, but not all the time. And I'm telling you, if that gun was red, you're gonna eat completely. It's disgusting. Both of those guns are just disgusting. I can't explain it to you, right? But yeah, L-Star, R99, it's a weird combo, but it's low-key been one of my favorites. Low-key been one of my favorites over the years. And I gotta say, like, it's one of those ones where I'm just thinking to myself, like, man, I did not think I would end up liking the L-Star a lot more than I did, because when I first started playing Apex, I did not like that gun at all. I was like, no, this is pointless. But then, look at the hip fire it does. The hip fire is ridiculous with the L-Star, right? And then, of course, like I said, the 2x4 HCOG with the from a distance, you're not going to be hard. It's not going to be hard to take out somebody, honestly. And it's a gun that, yeah, you know, not everybody's going to pick it at times, but what would you rather have, a Devotion or an L-Star? You let me know in the comment section, alright? But yeah, you know, so those are the two sets of combos that I do like right now as well. And you know, those combos have helped me along the way, and like I said, I've grown to like the All-Star. There's going to be guns in this game, guys, that you're going to grow to love, you know, or even just grow to be like you're tolerable with it. You know, I remember, like, to step away from the L-Star, a gun that I really didn't like was the Sentinel. Yeah, that's a sniper gun, right? And then as time kind of went on, I kind of grew to like it a little bit more. So now we're going to get into the next combo, which is the R301 and the Longbow DMR. Both of these guns, what can I say? Yeah, you can't go wrong. And the reason why this combo, I grew to love this combo when Stormpoint first came out. I did not like Stormpoint in the map. I'm sure a lot of people didn't like it because of their uphills and stuff, but now with a lot of landscape where you can actually fight on the flat ground, it's a lot easier to do. And I grew to having a sniper combo or a sniper class just to help myself get better, just to help myself get used to the map of Stormpoint. Because on ranked, Stormpoint was ridiculous, and if you didn't have a sniper, it's gonna be trouble for you. You're gonna be missing out. So you had to have a mid-range to a sniper just to survive, pretty much. You could still go with 2 mid-range guns or whatever, but you're better off going with a sniper. And the last combo I have is the Eva 8 and the Flatline. Now, these two guns are the OGs, and they've been in the game for the longest, right? And they've seen buffs, I would say they've seen a nerf once or twice here and there. I can't remember many nerfs. Let me know in the comment section, guys, if you've seen a couple of nerfs in the last few seasons for the Flatline and the Eva 8. But most of the time, these guns are solid. You can't go wrong with this. You got an assault rifle that's pretty steady, and if you get a good scope, you're solid. Yeah, and also, like with the Eva 8, like you can still fire a good amount of rounds before having to reload, and it's basically better than the Peacekeeper. But like I said before, guys, I'm more likely gonna go with the Peacekeeper. Love the Peacekeeper. That's just what it is. But the Eva 8 second to none. You can't go wrong with that. You pick that up, you're gonna be eating close range. All right, so especially if you're really accurate as well. So just be mindful of that. If you're really accurate, headshots, all of that, yeah, a person's gonna be down within 3 to 4 shots, right? That's if you're lucky. So yeah, but that's those are my combos, guys. Those are my favorite combos. I probably didn't include any of. I'm sure I probably missed a few, but those are my probably 4 favorite combos that I've been playing with on Apex right now. I know the R9 and the L Stars is kind of that, a bit unorthodox, but then I do feel like that playing those games where you need a gun like the L Star, because the L Star's got a good hip fire, especially if it's close. If you're close range with somebody, it's got a great hip fire. You know what I mean? Long distance, it isn't necessarily the best, but with the 2x4, 2x4 cog, you're pretty much good to go, right? And I will say it does actually eat a little bit from a distance anyway, but especially if you're accurate with that as well. But yeah, these guns, guys, remember, all the guns in the game are pretty much there at your leisure. Just because my favorite combos are not your favorite combos, that doesn't necessarily matter. I think it's all down to preference, right? A lot of the guns that I have are, again, down to preference and what I'm used to. There will come a point where there are guns that you're not like, that you necessarily don't like. Eventually you will end up being tolerable with them, or you'll end up really liking them. Like, for example, the Sentinel. I always go with the longbow, but the Sentinel I didn't like at all. I thought it was a sniper. But as time went on, I said, you know what? Let me try and use a couple of games. And especially around the time when Stormpoint first came in. When Stormpoint first came in, guys, oh man, now you see why the carbine and the longbow and even the Sentinel were useful back then. Because what else could you do on Stormpoint before they added in the flat ground areas? Because before, man, you had to run uphill, go downhill. So if you didn't have a sniper sometimes, not saying you would lose all the time, but you would struggle pretty much any enemies who are like down below you and things like that. And you're just thinking like, how are they beating you, even though they probably don't even have a sniper themselves? But that was the case with it. I just said, you know what? Mid-range, long range, that's what it was for Stormpoint at one point. But yeah, man, I mean, the combos, again, and all these combos as well, guys, they're interchangeable. Now, I said the Volt and the Peacekeeper, it could be the Carbine and the Peacekeeper, it could be Flatline and the Peacekeeper, so on and so forth, right? Same with the Longbow. It could be the Carbine, it could be the Volt, it could be the Nemesis, and whatever the case may be. All these combos are interchangeable. Everything in Apex, what I've liked about Apex is that all the gun combos are interchangeable. You don't necessarily have to rely on anything. You just go with whatever you want, right? So that's just pretty much what it is. And hey, I thought, you know what, let me just get this out of the way, because I haven't spoken about like combos and things like that, because, you know, I don't necessarily go into, you know, details of a weapon that you should be using. You know, I'm just telling you what's my favorite combo. That's what I'm here for. I'm just telling you what's my favorite anyway. And if you do like my combos, guys, just test them out yourself. You know, give them a shot. Let me know how they work in the future. You know, you can always just leave a comment and just let me know. Or if you've got any of these combos in your list already that you use that are top 5 in Apex, just let me know as well. But yeah, man, I mean, honestly, when it comes to Apex with guns, I don't think I've had an issue where, I mean, I guess you could say at the start I had an issue with some guns. I'm like, oh my days, these guns are just so like crap or whack, or why am I using them? But then as time goes on, you're like, you know what? I've got to utilize these guns so much better. Like, for example, the Repeater. I didn't like the Repeater when it first came in. Now I'm just at the point where it's like, I can tolerate it. And if I use it on a good day, I'm cool. I'm alright. I'm chilled. But then obviously, you know, it's about how you utilize the gun basically, and of course, what attachments you can get with this and just make it better for yourself, right? But yeah, needless to say, guys, that's gonna be pretty much it for the video. Let me know your thoughts and how you feel about Apex gun combos. What's your favorite? What's your worst? I think the next video I'll be doing what's my worst combos and why I've disliked them for so long. That's gonna be a good one. But yeah, as the video's coming to a close, guys, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you for the next one. I'm gone. Peace.